two dope dudes, bringing you the news, leading you to much success with all their insightful views. Do you grow yourself or buy from the top shelf? Are you here to take the reins and gain back your health? Whatever it is, you know the biz. Even like crack a pipe and let's get on with it. If you want to acquire the knowledge, you don't have to go to college. You can just come hang with Aaron and Dave.
Welcome to the Elevated News Podcast. I'm all discombobulated, but we're here. We're a podcast focused on discussing local and national cannabis news and culture. I'm Aaron.
Hey, I'm Dave.
Hey, this is Dave. What's going on, dude? How are you?
Oh, better combobulated.
Better combobulated?
Yeah, I've
Hell
got my
yeah.
combobulations quite together.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. What kind of combobulations have you been combobulating?
Most of the time it's just waking up in the morning on time for the alarm and then going through the daily routine.
Are you still excited to go to work?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I was at my local farmers market this
Okay.
weekend, and there was a booth there, and I talked to some very friendly folks who gave me some discount codes and had us scan up some QR codes to get on the list. So good job them. And
Nice.
and I got some cool pins.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's super dope.
Yep.
Good on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
I have a place called New Era. I don't know if you ever heard of them.
I've heard.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
No,
They do it well.
Yeah, they were very friendly. The Blake was awesome and really answered all of our questions and
Nice.
was super friendly.
Nice.
And I didn't get the other person's name. They just stared into the distance.
Well, that could be part of what maybe I'll you had that slight discussion topic. We'll
Yeah.
nail it right here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Talking to your bud tenders can make a huge fucking difference
for sure.
sometimes. And you can tell who's cool,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I've had those experiences in dispensaries as a medical patient. We've shared it before. There was that person right before the pandemic started wanted to shake my hand, and I thought that was really weird.
Well, and it depends on who you run into
Sure.
at what point and what relationship you've established.
Yeah,
But like
100%.
my initial thing here is like we both have to go on this journey together,
Mhm.
whatever it is. I'm gonna be somebody who hands you something, and you're gonna be somebody who hands me something in
Yeah.
exchange. It just so happens to be weed and money, right? And a lot of people are.
Yeah, you still got to sell the person. You still got to make that belly to belly sale. I mean, that's what it is.
Yes.
It's belly to belly sales. It's like being a
Correct.
car salesman. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
way less slimy and
Well, yeah, 100%. But I
yes.
mean, it's what I mean by that is it's face to face.
Yep,
You know
100%.
what I
And
mean?
I 100% back what you're saying. And it's in a lot of times you're gonna have some really good experiences. I actually
You know-
still, when I go out of state, I like to go. I keep the guys' names on business cards,
Yeah.
and I go back and try to talk to the same people who have
For sure.
helped me the most before.
You're right. You literally did just nail this. You did nail it. That's
That's-
exactly what it is, and that's actually the problem. If you think about it as a whole, with the whole thing, is that you can never. It's very hard to establish a relationship or a rapport with somebody in the dispensaries nowadays.
Well, and so my biggest thing, if you are a dispensary goer, you typically should probably look around and find the sales and
Yeah.
stuff, right? Because that's what a lot of people are
For
looking
sure.
for. But it's sales of what, right? Because
Right.
if you're just finding sales to find sales and then you have all these expectations, I need 30%, I need it to be 30% off, I need it to be 30% THC, and I need a free joint with it. Like
Yeah,
probably go to Michigan,
You
right?
know,
Like
and
probably go to
there is still a segment of people out there who are looking for the cheapest weed possible.
always.
And sometimes I don't think about that as somebody who is fortunate enough to help provide medicine to my patient, you know what I mean?
Correct.
So, like, to me, I don't see, a cost. I don't see cost the same way, you know what I mean? I think about quality over cost.
Well, but
But I'm just thinking of my friends who I know go to, like, Michigan to buy $70 ounces of THCA weed, and it's like,
well, and but even to that, it's you've got to buy an ounce
yeah,
to what I could theoretically buy a half for, right? Like, and the thing is, my half is going to get done what your ounce is going to get done for you. And if it ends up being close in cost, then I just can't even justify the thought of, and I know plenty of people who it's just a budget thing.
mhm,
And that's fine. I get it. I'm on board with you,
yeah,
but I don't see myself necessarily consuming shake in the near future. And it depends on, again, no, a lot of
never
people go, "Well,
ever.
I'm
No, I
just gonna
can't.
put it into joints," and it just
No,
burns too
it's so
harsh. It's
bad.
just it's on you though, and, like, the thing is, a lot of people aren't looking for the experience that you and I are, as far as, "Let me get
If you're
a"
that hard up, get shake for, like, making edibles. Like, if you're that hard up,
but the
there's still better options out there.
but
Right.
again, here for you and me,
Yeah.
we are saying there's better options because we know that there is, right?
Right.
If all you're looking for is just some kind of THC after combustion, right?
Sure.
You just want to combust something and turn it into cannabis and
100%.
intoxication, medicine,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it from there. Shake does the job.
Shake does the job.
It
It
does the
will do the
job.
job.
And there's plenty of people who are only
Smoke
looking
and
for
shake.
that.
Smoke and shake is like smoking the old brown brickweed to me. That's the same.
About
It's
exactly.
the same experience.
About exactly, because there was
Yeah.
a lot of plant material
Yep.
that you had to go through to get to the same
Seeds,
amount of THC.
stems.
Bingo.
Yeah.
So you might be closer to right on,
Yeah.
right? Um, and that, but that's it.
I mean, I'm sure it's great for a dugout if you're just like, if you just need a throwaway or something like that. Like, if you're that hard up, we definitely have some friends who would fill a dugout with some shake they bought at the dispensary.
100 I
Yeah,
have friends who do
I
it.
know we'd have.
I
Yeah,
promise you,
yeah.
and I'm not hating on anybody that
I
does.
mean,
I'm just
they're
telling you
probably
that.
already mids anyway. They
Well, but
could, some of them
if
could be mids.
if you're
At least
smoking
one of them.
hitters of shake,
At
if
least
it's
one of them.
taking you 2, 3, 4 hitters of shake to
Yeah,
get to wherever you are,
yeah.
if you had one hitter of good weed, you
You'd be in outer
you
space.
could you could probably
You could
hit
put.
that thing 4 times in one day and get cooked, right?
Yeah,
Comparatively to hitting 4 individual hitters worth of shake. And it's just
yeah.
it's a numbers game, but the best way to find out what the best is, from my experience in working in this thing now, jump from bud tender to bud tender.
Yeah.
Next time you're in, a lot of these places are like, oh, go in and see whatever. You can literally ask for certain people or wait. I've had people stand there and go, well, I'm waiting for that person over there. I'm like, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Wait away. And that's okay, right? But try a few different people, see who really hits with you. And if you go in and somebody goes, oh, this is my favorite shit, try this, and you fucking mesh with that, I would go back to that person, get their
Yeah.
name, and then hang out with them. And it's okay to do that. Or, you know,
To most is it is well, there's a thing. Like, I've never asked a bud tender to, like, hang out. I've never met a bud tender and been like, "Do you wanna hang out?"
I don't know that I would hang out with anybody necessarily myself, right? Like,
Right.
there's been through the time of me in cannabis, which was like,
Sure.
it's been a lot of years.
Well,
I've
yeah,
only hung out with a very select few people from meeting them inside the dispensary to
sure, but
going out anywhere.
primarily your experience has been in a closed system, closed medical type system. So, you weren't having, like, it wasn't anybody can come in. It was like actual people that, like, you got to know over
Bingo.
years and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's a
Yeah.
different thing.
Yeah. Well, but in the same way that, like, when I go to Chili's, I ask for the same waitress every fucking time. I actually walk out
Mhm.
if she's not there. I'm like, I don't need
Yeah,
to
she's
be
cool.
here. That's the whole
No,
reason I go
I've met
there.
her 3 or 4 times
Yeah,
because we've been to Chili's,
she's a
which
wonderful human.
I don't even like Chili's. I don't really even find their food that great, but, like, I'll go there for the service and to hang out with you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
I mean,
It's
it's
my
sufficient. I'm just
yeah,
saying, like,
yeah,
it's not like
yeah. No, it's no gourmet, nothing.
no.
No, but it's that real kind of. I like to sit down sometimes, have the communications
Yeah.
while eating or before eating, whatever. So sit down meals better for me. But no, and that's it. I like getting in the routines
Mhm.
of this is where I'm comfortable. And I
Yeah,
think that doing that for yourself makes this experience more comfortable as well.
for sure.
The other truth of it is don't be afraid to try somebody else out because all
Yeah,
of a sudden you thought that the one person you had was the fucking bee's knees. And then all of a sudden the next guy is
yeah.
actually like a terpenologist or something. I think just made that word up.
Uh,
Uh
I think we call them topographers.
oh, I like that.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
more like topography, not like
Oh,
photograph.
yeah, okay. Yeah. Statisticas,
Yeah,
baby.
statindicas.
Yeah.
I'm a statindicanologist.
Yeah, I just think that there's a lot of different aspects of what this plant is capable of,
For
and
sure.
that's why I love doing this thing with you, and that's why I love
Yeah,
meeting the people we do when we're out
for
there
sure.
because I see different perspectives of it,
Yep,
and I'd really like to get to the point, and that's why I love doing this again, to communicate cannabis
yep.
across in a way that is most effective for everybody involved. I really want to you hear me say it's my mission statement, if you will. I want to help people take their health back into their own hands through using cannabis. And I think that anybody who has any health condition, this is a Swiss Army knife of symptom relief. So,
Hell yeah. You
god damn.
just gotta, yeah. What is it? You gotta know your methods of ingestion
Yep.
and
Cannabinoids
cannabinoids,
and terpenoids.
terpenoids.
That's it.
That's where you gotta start.
It's really cannabinoid ratios as a beginner because knowing the difference between having 11% THC and 7% CBD
Yep.
comparatively to a 14% THC and an 11% CBD, what's the difference?
Yeah.
And you might go, What? I can't do math like that. I don't know what the fuck you just said." The difference is that, they're probably just 2 different plants, or
Yeah.
even if it is 1 plant that just had 2 different grow cycles.
Well, see, but I mean, that's almost a problem too, Dave. You're 100% right. But how do we fix that within the industry, and that things change so much, and you can't keep track? Your whatever it's called one month may be called something else the next month, or may not have the same plan. So, like, how do we fix that?
Um,
Because we have so many varieties now. Like the market is diverse, right? Like there's lots of products in the market. There should be more, obviously, but there's lots of products, but they're all either the same or you don't always get them in regular quantities all the time, right?
so that's, so
Sorry,
who's no,
I
no, you're absolutely right. Who's it on, though, to normalize this? Because as the consumer always says, "Well, I don't fucking know. I'm giving you my money. Just fucking tell me, or just give. You should be the
right,
one. You're the expert. Tell me."
right.
But what is the consumer also asking for in some respects? Because the consumer, if it, from what I hear regularly, asks for a percentage number,
Mhm.
a sativa or an indica,
Mhm.
or some wild fucking name that doesn't associate to much. Which
Well, yeah, what is the latest cut? What is the latest glove cut?
my
Everything is
doctor said I should have Blue Dream. Really? Everybody's doctor says I should
yeah.
have Blue Dream.
Blue
We don't
Dream
even know what the fuck that means
Blue
anymore.
Dream hasn't been in like actually, I'm not even gonna say that because I don't know. I would totally say that, and then I'm gonna get like five people
Well,
who are like, "You're an
but
idiot."
this is it. Blue Dream has been everything, right? It's been classified
Yeah,
as sativa. It's been
indica,
classified as
hybrid.
indica. Correct. It constantly has seen different faces, but it's also who the fuck is growing it at what point.
Hmm.
So like to normalize that to the consumer is hard to do because even you as the grower from crop to crop are going to have
Yeah,
two different
a
turnouts.
100%.
So to normalize it to the consumer is almost impossible.
S-
The way that they have done it is by hiding it behind packages, calling it weird fucking names, and pretending to give you some numbers and shit that don't really matter. And everybody has bought it.
Yep,
Everybody
yep,
said, this is cool by my standards.
yep.
I'm okay with just calling it. If the next person that I ask about what is indica then? What classifies it to be an indica? The next person that I hear tells me, "Well, couch," I'm gonna fucking lose my melon, dude. It couch is a quick way of classifying or making that cute little connection, right? But why is it indica? What the fuck does it mean? And the amount of people, even that I work around, that can fucking tell me why indica is indica versus why sativa is sativa isn't as much as I would like to see. And these are professionals, right? So, and obviously, thank God that I'm able to talk to some of them and teach them some of the basics. It's been really fun, again, to talk cannabis from the beginning and like whatever. But
Well, let's find out what can we say that we're what the Wikipedia
yeah,
would
let me
be fine as far as like what the common knowledge,
Yeah,
regular
because 'cause they're
knowledge
gonna
of indica is. Now let me just
yeah, I wanna hear what they say.
let me see if I can make this bigger without. No, I have to hit the control button all the way over there.
And watch, they'll talk about the region, they'll talk
Yeah,
about I'm not
100%.
seeing this.
Okay, so here's what Wikipedia says for cannabis indica. Cannabis indica is an annual plant species in the family Cannabac. How do you say it?
Cannabacio.
Cannabaceae. Okay, thank you. Indigenous to Hindu Kush mountains of southern Asia. The plant produces large amounts of tetrahydrocannabinol and tetrahydrocannabivarin (THCV), with total cannabinoid levels being as high as 53.7%. Scientific citation needed. There's a bunch of citation needed, so save it. It's now widely grown in China, India, Nepal, Thailand, Afghanistan, Pakistan, as well as southern and western Africa, and cultivated for purposes including hashish in India. The high concentrations of THC or THCV provide euphoric effects, making it popular for both use as recreational drug, alternative medicine, and clinical research drug.
The best part about that is that a
It doesn't
lot of
actually
times
specifically
now
say what it
no, of course,
is. It
because
does in the right way. It doesn't.
to a degree, yeah,
Right.
and it specifies that this is the thing that comes from mountainous regions of the
Right.
world, which makes sense as to why it grows more bushy.
Right.
But why do you keep calling it indica,
Correct.
and why do you keep calling it sativa?
Okay.
What does sativa mean for this uppiness, and what does indica mean for this downiness?
Yeah.
And it's not because what the plant looked like.
Nope.
Now, nothing can grow 20 feet fucking tall because everything is grown inside of a building. And
Correct.
if the building had 20, 30-foot tall ceilings with retractable lights that could do the thing the whole way, fine. Could you do it? Yep. You could grow 20-foot plants indoors. Are people doing it? No. Most of us struggle to hit some of us we're hitting our heads on doorways already. You know what I mean? We're 6 feet
Yeah.
fucking tall. So there's no way these plants are growing 20 feet tall in buildings. And so, moral of all of this is the classifications of the differences between sativa and indica, even
Yeah. I was
scientifically.
just reading through for cultivation. Here's what would be relevant. Uh, Broadleafed cannabis indica plants in the Indian subcontinent are traditionally cultivated for the production of charas, a form of hashish. Pharmacologically, cannabis indica land races tend is the important word, much like traditionally, to have higher THC content than cannabis sativa strains.
Which is exactly why a lot
Tend.
which is exactly why a lot more of us are indica dominant folk to begin with. When we found out, when prohibition came about and THC was the word that everybody threw, oh my God, we gotta have THC, THC. As soon as that happened,
Yep.
everybody said, well, where the fuck do you get THC from? We'll go to we'll find out from everywhere. We'll look at Wikipedia.
Sure.
Oh, that
We'll
says
go on
that's
the
from
Silk Road.
the 6 foot tall
Yeah.
plants. Oh, hey, who's
Well,
got the 6 foot tall plants from India? Boom, they got some.
yep.
And now they're growing indoors with the high THC content.
Here we go. Some users report more of a stoned feeling and less of a high from cannabis indica when compared to cannabis sativa. The terms sativa and indica used in this sentence are more appropriately termed narrow leafed and wide leafed drug type, respectively. So that says one has broader leaves, one has more narrow leaves.
And if you were to take the one that had the narrow leaves and you grew it under the same mountainous conditions, that plant would grow and it would start to
Correct.
grow broad leaves eventually.
Correct.
And it might not be the first generation or the second generation, but if you let that thing continue to, it will transform itself into that. And that's what I've been talking about lately. This thing might be like it's a product of its environment, right? Now, have we taken a lot of different strains from a lot of different places, a lot of different
Yes.
land races, and brought them to here? And now we're all cultivating them in different ways, however you are, and you're trying to handle it with respect and care and everything. Yes, I respect that. But in the terminology of what this is saying, it doesn't help tell me why indica couch
Correct.
is fucking stated.
No.
And if it's because THC levels are high,
Well, they want more of a stoned feeling. They want more of a body locked. It sounds to me, what they're saying is that they're looking for the less cerebral and more like just don't move
and
and just chill and like
the
whatever.
way to offer that then is by terpene content,
Correct.
which they do mark on the side of some of these packages.
Right.
But if you go look at them,
Yep.
some of them are labeled sativa
Yep.
and have myrcene as the highest fucking thing.
Most
It
of
has
them,
limonene right
most of
next
them
to
have
it.
most of them
Myrcene and
myrcene
limonene
and
are the top
limonene.
two.
Yeah.
It's the top
Yeah.
two in almost every fucking plant, right? But which one has more of which? And it is the excess terpenoids, right? It is definitely linalool will
Yep.
definitely push you into the indica category.
Sure.
And then fucking, I believe it's pinene will definitely push you into the sativa category, right? Those two things, immediately you get fucking, if there's an abundance of either one of those, that kind of helps, whatever. But it definitely comes with pinene, limonene,
Yeah, and those
right?
people like those gassy type piney strains too. You know what I mean? So like
Oh
that's
yeah, diesels,
yeah,
all
diesels.
fucking yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But it's all like, um, I think this is my whole point to our overall point,
Yeah.
which was how do you find the best cannabis from place to place
Yep.
when you're going out and you're going to try and find cannabis? What's the best way for you to do it? And it's to communicate with your bud tenders,
Yep.
because sometimes none of the fucking things that you're asking for matter. And these people deal with this product every single day.
Yeah.
You can bet your ass, even I, as a person who doesn't really buy a lot of cannabis, I buy cannabis from the place that I work at because
Yep.
I'm there all the fucking time. Because I'm like, well, what is that? Well, what is that? People are freaking out about this product. I should try it too. So I try things, and it's not because the thing says 35% THC. It's
Oh,
not
I mean,
because the thing has pretty fucking packaging.
right. We've
Because there's
definitely
some
smoked some
gangster
14
packaging.
we've smoked some 14% cannabis together and gotten wrecked.
Oh, destroyed.
Destroyed.
Destroyed. And and that's the whole thing is it's cannabinoids are the second part. It's method of ingestion,
Mhm.
cannabinoids, terpenoids. But without the terpenoids,
There's
cannabinoids are pretty fucking. I mean, don't
boring.
get me. Well, THC is boring to me.
Yeah.
It is,
Well,
man.
because
It's not.
it does the least interesting thing.
It's really good for sleep, and I like that.
100%.
I'm a fan of
Yeah.
sleeping better and getting in a routine of it. And it's better for probably like a little bit more neuropathy response and
Sure.
maybe headache, right? Like in the
Yeah.
medical setting of
Yes. Well,
things.
yeah, THC is great for relieving the ocular pressure as well,
Ocular
and that would
pressure,
be
but you
more
would also,
that would be more of a cerebral thing that you would want. And so if
yeah,
you had ocular pressure,
yep,
you would be looking for something that was more cerebral,
yep,
correct?
yep.
So
Well,
it's
depending, yeah,
I what
depending on what you're, but yeah,
one
you
would
want
assume if like
to.
if you're getting pressure here and you feel like you need some relief, you kind of want that headband.
You could, yeah. So with ocular pressure, the THC being in high abundance definitely is the ticket
Mhm.
there. And it's because of the level of vasodilation that we
Sure.
receive. We get those capillaries in the eyes that they kind of just pop.
Yeah.
Everything gets that extra rush of blood,
Mhm.
whatever. So it helps stimulate the remaining rods and cones because
Yeah.
some people's have been deteriorated. But yeah, it might also, and this is the thing that's weird, right? Like we know that it can help stimulate the existing rods and cones. The fact that anybody in the world has ever said that it might promote the growth of them makes it even more exciting, right? But I don't even like to talk about that because let's just talk about the basics. The fact that anybody who has ocular pressure is using any of the bullshit drops and stuff that can actually deteriorate your eye health
Right.
over in the long run. And it says it right on the fucking side of all these packages that we take from doctors a lot. The exact thing that you're treating this for, it could make it fucking
Yep.
worse. Well, I don't want that then. I'm telling you, cannabis is not going to make many symptoms worse. There is only a few that cannabis has the potential of fucking aggravating. Um
No scromiting.
yeah, literally. Yeah, the scrometers and yeah, I mean like schizophrenics,
Yep.
right? Like there's some things that this could aggravate the shit out of really
I
quick.
mean, if you have a loved one who has family members who are schizophrenic, they are probably predisposed to schizophrenia. And like, there's some real like research out there that says you should probably not mess around with any sort of cannabis edibles because they can be psychoactive.
Oh,
And
100%.
that's with any psychoactives is.
I do believe
I'm
and
saying there's enough research out there, there's enough things going on to be wary of it. I'm not saying that it's an end all be all. I'm saying there's enough data to go maybe just think about it
yeah.
twice. You
Yeah.
know what I
Well,
mean?
and
Like,
and and no matter who you are, what you're doing
sure,
with what in your
you
life, think
should be
about it
doing.
twice. Because inhaling plant matter repeatedly, daily,
Mhm.
multiple times a day, is it what we need for our lungs? Is it as bad as sitting in rush hour traffic sometimes? No. But
Right.
is it beneficial? Also, maybe not as who knows.
Yeah.
But um yeah.
But that's how you find the best cannabis strains near you. And you're right, you totally had it. It's get to know your bud tender, go to the local spots, actually get some recommendations, and that's how you're going to find the best strains because those people are if there I think for I would like to imagine for the most part there are definitely people in every dispensary who really care about helping people
Oh, there's
with cannabis.
more than one.
I'm
Yeah.
sure. I'm just saying, like, across the nation, 7 billion people watch the show.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's people who are just there for a paycheck. I'm sure there's people who are
Yep.
just there because somebody hasn't realized that they're the greatest, smartest person in the world, and
Yep.
that's the only thing stopping them. And there's people that just don't care. But I think the majority of people actually want to help people, you, with cannabis, and they want to help you find the best strain. And so that's know your methods of ingestion, know your cannabinoids, know your terpenoids, know what you want to accomplish, do the work.
Yeah, we get the let's be honest, we get the short end of the stick kind of
Sure.
here in Illinois.
Yeah.
So because the taxes are so
Yeah.
much and the prices are so high and the yeah, we've all heard it and I
Yeah.
get it. I work in it. I understand.
Yep.
But at the same point, if you are here and you're going to use this market, it does exist. There are people that use it regularly, I promise. If you're going to hopefully you at least get a good product,
Yeah.
right? Because you came
Yeah.
in all excited, gung ho. You read
Yeah,
some
you
shit
want
online
yeah.
from Leafly and
You've
you
hyped
said,
it up.
oh, bubblegum Scooby Doo is fucking fire. And it's 32%. Let me
Yeah.
get that. And your bud tender was like, ooh,
Yeah.
hey,
Hey, did you
we
see our
got
specials today?
we got
We
this
got some
on
glove
sale
on
right
sale, and
now.
that was
And then
our yeah,
bingo.
yeah,
And then you go, no, I want Scooby Doo bubblegum. You're getting Scooby Doo bubblegum, but you asked for it,
yeah, for
right?
sure.
That's all I'm trying to tell you is don't read what the internet has to say about cannabis. Go in, talk to the local people. They will
Yeah,
try not to steer you down a bad
for
path.
sure.
I promise.
Yeah,
Even the newest people I am talking to, the newest hires
yeah,
are literally like, hold on a minute. I tried some of this. It's great. Or hold on a minute. That's the person right there. They talk about that product every single time. I hear them all the time. Talk to them, and then
yep,
they'll grab somebody else.
yep.
So you're all right. Thank you. Thanks for listening to me rant.
No, this is what we want. Hey, let's take a quick second and get plugs out of the way.
Oh, hey.
Are you looking to take your cannabis cultivation to the next level? Introducing the Living Soil Box from cropculture.net. This box is absolutely loaded with value and will come in two standard configurations: the Living Soil Box, upgraded with the Autopot XXL, and the base version of the Living Soil Box without the Autopot watering system.
That's right. This amazing box features top notch products and genetics straight from the Build a Soil YouTube series. With options like the Autopot system for convenient automated watering and industry leading brands like Rootwise, Build a Soil, and Thrive Nutrients, you'll have everything you need for a successful grow.
And the best part, you can choose from two amazing bundle options packed with goodies like craft soil blends, toppings, beneficial microbes, and even freebies from renowned breeders like Covert Genetics, Aukid, Kid Kaya, and Green Mountain Preservations.
Don't miss out on strains like Halitosis number 2, Fancy Cakes, Mega 73, and exclusive breeder specials only available in these boxes. Plus, custom stickers add that personal touch. And for our listeners, use the code 2DOPEDUDES for $10 off any purchase of $100 or more at cropculture.net.
With values up to $550, these boxes are a steal, but don't wait. Pre order yours today at cropculture.net for shipping on July 1st. Level up your garden with the Living Soil Box.
Hey, Canna Curious connoisseurs, are you looking to elevate your wellness routine? Take it up a notch with Mr. CBD Chicago.
That's right, dude. They've got everything you need from their brand new El Jefe line with CBD and THC sprays for a discreet and convenient dose, to their legendary Moonrock Matte Bottle Rockets and the always satisfying Spliff Society pre rolls.
And listen up, 2Dope Dude listeners. Use the code 2DOPEDUDES at checkout for 10% off your entire order at MrCBDChicago.com. That's right, 10% off.
So ditch the stress and embrace the good vibes with Mr. CBD Chicago. Head over to their website today. Just remember, use the code 2DOPEDUDES for that sweet discount. You're not going to regret it. Hey there, fellow plant enthusiasts. Tired of using chemical fertilizers that harm your soil and the environment?
We feel you. That's why we want to introduce you to Green Grow Biological.
Green Grow offers organic soil amendments packed with beneficial bacteria and mycorrhizae fungi like their popular Pride Bloom fertilizer and flower finisher.
These little powerhouses work together to improve your soil health, helping your plants grow strong and healthy naturally. Whether you're a seasoned gardener or just starting out, Green Grow has something for you.
And because Green Grow is committed to sustainable practices, you can feel good about what you're putting into your home and garden.
Head over to thegreengrow.com to learn more about their amazing products and how they can help you take your gardening to the next level.
And listen up, because here's a special offer just for our listeners. Use the code 2DOPEDUDES for 10% off your entire order at thegreengrow.com.
That's 2DOPEDUDES for 10% off at greengrow.com. Happy planting!
You can find us Elevated News Podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all your other favorite streaming podcast apps. 2DOPEDUDES YouTube channel for our podcast listeners. Please give us a like and leave a review. This helps us reach more people. You can find us on supportdopepeople.com along with links to our other pods and free stickers just by providing your email and address. And then you can email us at 2dopedudespodcast@gmail.com for all your questions or things you'd like us to talk about. I got what are they called? sleeveless t-shirts. I don't want to call them wife beaters because I feel like that's the
That's
wrong thing to call
yeah.
them. So sleeveless t-shirts
Yes.
that are support dope people
Nice.
online now. And also, yeah, hey, look at that. Support dope, one of the
Yeah.
original ones.
Shit.
Yeah, that's right. That's the OG ones.
That's when you are an OG.
Hell
You
yeah.
get the OGs.
That's
you know?
right.
Yeah.
SupportDopePeople.com. Check me out Tuesday, 7:30 or 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. The Growers Hangout
Bang.
YouTube channel. I have a co-hosts with Chris from Crop Culture and Pete from Heisenberg Brothers, and actually tomorrow night's going to be our second one. So
Fire.
next week check us out. Next week,
What platform?
YouTube.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
my
Streaming
God.
live, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. This week, the week that we're recording this, we got El Can of Sewer, one of the crop crew.
Fire.
Next week, we have Miles from Fermented Plant Extracts and Weed Should Taste Good. And this week, hopefully, you are coming out to the Saturday class where Miles is doing a class on living soil and ferments and how to level up your garden.
Bam.
And then Sunday at Carol Stream, the Canna Barbecue event with Weed Should Taste Good vending, City Trees will be there vending, Stoner Olympics, all your other favorites that are always around, Midwest Terps, Slappin' Munchies, every one that I'm forgetting, I'm sorry. But come out to that Sunday. It's a good time. And if you come out to the Saturday class, you get free VIP entry next day into the event.
Damn.
And super fun.
Don't miss out.
But yeah, check so check that out and
Yeah.
yeah.
And hey, are you ever like just at home on a Thursday night and
I
you're
usually
like,
am.
I want to figure out something about some weed right now?
Mm.
Well, guess what?
It happens.
I'll be available for you to ask.
Mhm.
Right? Live on YouTube,
On YouTube.
8 p.m. Central Standard Time.
That's right.
As of now, because we're not in daylight time.
That's right.
Right. So Central Standard Time, you come hang out, YouTube, Peace, Love, and Cope.
That's right.
And then you'll find me. It's this face. And we talk, and sometimes we play games, and sometimes we make music, and sometimes it's just a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a
but
lot of fun.
it's a lot of fun to kill the time to wait for you to come in and ask me about cannabis.
Yep. Good times.
And yeah, I'm not afraid to talk medicine, medical cannabis. I'm not a medical doctor. Always consult a medical professional.
Dave is the medical type professional that I consult about medical cannabis.
I would love to be the liaison for every single person
And
in the world.
I always tell people, I'm like, hey, they're like, oh, I should go talk to this person about this or that. I'm like, Dave too, right? And they're like, oh yeah, I should go talk to that guy. And I'm like, he knows a lot of stuff.
I beg you, anybody out there who listens to this or anything,
Yeah, seriously,
I-
peaceloveandcope@gmail.com. You don't even have to email the show. I don't have to know. Email Dave. Talk to Dave. My mom emails Dave.
yes, she does, and she can at any point. Any of you literally can at any point.
For sure.
I am reachable on like Facebook and shit
Yeah.
too. I actually have a Facebook. This
Peace-
guy don't. So
Peace Love and Cope group. I hear it's pretty big.
yeah, I think
Big
we
enough.
got 400 or 500
I
people.
think Rochelle said she was going to make a Fox Valley Growers Club Facebook for us.
Nice.
I was like, yeah, you can.
That's fire.
Yeah. Shout out to Rochelle too. And Charlie.
Yeah. Oh my God, great.
Charlie and Rochelle
They're
are the
just
best.
such the greatest people.
I know.
Yeah. But yeah, no, hey,
Oh yeah.
I love you out there.
Hey, real quick, let's
Yeah.
we got YouTube comments. John Voight, the government doesn't make you free. You're right. Natural rights make you free.
Wow.
That's why they're natural rights.
Wow.
We don't need the government to tell us we're free.
I was thinking about this earlier on my drive over
Oh
here.
man.
Sometimes when you think too much, I don't know if it's good.
I got some podcasts for you to listen to.
I wish I was blissfully ignorant to some things.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
TMLC Home Grows, who's
Ooh.
a homie on YouTube doing some cool things. Subscribe to them. Great show. Fire. Also shout out.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very
I
much.
appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out Machograms too. Check him out on YouTube. He's a homie I met at NECAN, and he shouted some of my stuff out on his weekly update, and he's the man. I
That's
like that. I
super
like that dude.
cool.
Hopefully, I'll be able to introduce you when he comes down for the class.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, I got some May medical news.
Oh, let's hear about it.
May medical cannabis sales total 24.4 million.
Wow.
Yeah. IDPH today released its May medical cannabis sales totals. The May totals reached 24, almost 24.5 million, a slight dip from April's totals. In 2023, after a peak in March, monthly totals declined until December, with a slight bump in October. Monthly totals for 2024 are trending the same. And then they give the standard monthly totals for 2021, 2022, and tell us what they have sold, which is generally around the same thing. A bunch of dry cannabis, 61,000, almost
It feels
62,000
bad that
unique
it's
patients.
trending down.
Yeah.
It feels sad. Oh, maybe it's hopefully it's just because product is getting cheaper.
Total retail sales by November 2015 by licensed medical cannabis dispensaries reached that 2 million,
That is
2
$2
billion,
billion.
$2 billion dollars. Okay, so since
They've ellipsed
2015.
the $2
Oh yeah, I see
billion
what that is now. Okay.
mark.
Total retail sales for 2024 reached 124 million. Total
Wow.
2024 wholesale sales by cultivation centers reached 158 million.
Does it say how many medical patients there are in this report? Can you scroll for a second and find how many patients there are altogether? Does it say it in here?
I believe it was reported at,
Oh, there you go. 61,757 unique.
yeah. No, well,
That's how many they service.
served in May. I believe it was last reported by Rep Bob Morgan. I believe it was 155,000 and trending
Something like
downward.
that, right? Yeah.
Oh, my favorite part, Jason Brown. I love this part, and
Yeah.
you told me you listened, so
This
I
is
know you'll hear that. This is
fantastic.
my favorite part.
Yeah.
Illinois has been stuck on 55 medical cannabis dispensaries for several years now. I'm glad you changed it. it's you shortened it. It's great. I'm glad. I always love that part. With no plans to add more.
Yeah.
Well, I guess now they do have plans to add more, so this is factually correct.
Yeah. When do they plan on adding more?
Well, probably the fall veto session when they
Nice.
just ram us up the butt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Give everybody the sevens.
yeah, I'm expecting it.
Make every one of them a medical dispensary if you pay your fucking fee.
Hmm.
And then everybody is subject to 7% taxes. Every medical patient is subject to 7% taxes at a maximum. Some may be lower,
I mean, that's
some may be.
still better. It's terrible, but it's still better. But then that also, I guess that changes the classification of medical cannabis as not medical because isn't it the Illinois law that says that you can't be,
Dude, I
you know what I'm
have the
saying?
wildest thing. Cole, I hope you're listening to me say this right now because it is the gifting cannabis thing is wild. I have direct conversations with state reps that said that they a medical patient cannot
Correct.
gift
We went over that on the last episode.
they cannot gift medically purchased cannabis at all from the dispensary.
Well, it's tax versus non-tax cannabis. That's what
Okay,
we
but
established on
it
the
is
last
still
episode.
taxed to
Sure.
a degree,
Yes.
but it is a weird situation to me because if you are a medical card holder, you're not allowed to gift somebody cannabis, but if you're a non-medical card holder,
Sure.
you can gift somebody cannabis.
Yep.
And the pure reason for it is because of tax categories, but um a medical patient could theoretically purchase a product from a recreational dispensary
Yep.
and gift it away. So, how would the law or the fucking enforcers, right? Because these big bad belted folk come
Well,
through.
the
How
IRS,
would the
the
enforce?
IRS has been hiring 30, they were they hiring 32,000 armed agents or whatever. It sounds like tax fraud to me.
Jeez.
But,
Jeez. Jeez. Yeah,
sounds like something the IRS would like to look into, where you were purchased. You could probably, the IRS would probably look at your bank statements and see where you purchased it at, and then make assumptions based on the time frame of when you purchased it and
I don't
when you
know
were
that
caught giving it.
I don't know
That would be my
but that would
assumption.
be the IRS, which is a fucking federal
Sure,
thing.
sure.
So once the federal guidelines come about, maybe there's a chance that fucking there's an enforcement group that fucking does some crazy shit like
Sure.
that. But while
It's
it's
not
still
outside the
state,
realm of possibility.
I'm just
If I
saying
can
while it's
imagine
state
it, then
regulated,
yeah.
well, to a degree, yeah. But I mean, it just doesn't make sense to me how anybody would regulate the difference between, because it doesn't come packaged in a package that says for medical cannabis sales only.
No, but it is inventoried, right, through BioTrack?
Yeah, but the state doesn't fucking the police don't have records of our sales. The state doesn't even really have fucking
They have
records of who we're
they have
selling it
they
to.
have records. They just
Everything comes
to
across
get
some
through,
fucking
right,
numbers.
to get through it would take a lot of combing. But I mean, it's not outside the, I mean, you can maybe use AI to do that.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's a lot, but that's exactly goes into
Yeah, but
Voight's
what you
fucking
also know,
point
when they
of
want to
like,
get you,
y-
they're gonna find
but
something to
that
get you.
goes into Voight's part of like this government shit. The more
Correct.
it's now
Oh,
free, and the closer we get to doing some shit like that, the more China we are than fucking America anymore, and we should just watch the fuck out for all that, right? But
we're
that's a
past
whole nother
that.
story for a whole nother. Oh, I
I
mean,
mean,
yeah,
you don't have to argue that to me. You already know how
yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
but I mean, in
that's
the
what
level
allows
of
me to.
openness that fucking China's willing to
Sure.
say, watch out for that motherfucker. Tell me
Yeah.
when you saw some shit, and if you don't tell me, and then we
Yeah.
find out about it, and
Yeah.
we see everything, then we're gonna
100%.
hold you accountable too,
Pretty
which is
close.
a wild fucking.
We're pretty close. We're pretty close.
Hey, I don't know. I'm just saying, fucking, um, the amount of people who come in and go, oh, this is the rule. And then
Oh,
don't
you
really
mean
know
real American
why.
heroes? That's what I call them. On the road, they're American heroes. When
Oh,
somebody like gets over into the, now, there are times and places. But say you're driving down a long stretch of highway, and there, say, a half a mile to a mile up, there's a merge. Okay. And it's a road construction. Now, if you get over in the right lane with nobody in the right lane, and purposefully block people from going around and like actually doing what you're supposed to in a merge and do a zipper merge, and it
yeah,
goes one car, one car, one car.
yeah,
That's how you keep flow of traffic.
yeah,
That's why they're designed like that by people who go through design school
right.
and study that thing. They are a real American hero, and they make sure that nobody can pass them, and they go 45 miles an hour. That
Oh,
is a real American
well,
hero.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
what I'm talking
yep,
about.
yep.
Those people who
Upholding
are
the
upholding.
yeah. I know the rules.
Yep,
Listen, it said right there on that sign
yep,
that you could only go 45.
yep,
I'm going 45 here,
yep.
dude. And
Right.
that's you know,
And then they're like, "Why are you
people
on
are
my
allowed.
ass?" And you're
What?
like, "Why are
No,
you going
it had nothing
40
to
and a
do about on
50?"
your ass. How about fucking why are so many people in this world not spatially
Yeah,
aware?
why are you
Not
impeding
aware
me?
of your existence, not aware of what your existence does to the other people around you. And I get it. It's because of how we've been raised, what we think normal is. I was
Yeah.
actually having this like epiphany, this thought process today about this shit. I was driving by, and there was a front door open of somebody's house, and I took a quick glimpse inside of somebody's entire life
Yep.
right there, and in my head I was like, holy fuck,
They have their whole life.
it's a totally different.
You're yeah.
They know a different language,
Yep.
they know a different culture, they know different religions, they know
Sure.
different television shows,
Yeah.
they know different websites, they know different government officials, they know different it's so weird to me to think that like your thoughts are going to
Yeah.
allow you at some point to
Mhm.
be so contradictory to somebody else who's out there that like
Well, I
that we've
guess
got the level of tension we do. Just fall into
yeah.
gray somewhere, man.
Just smoke some weed and let go, man.
Yeah. Stop being so fucking it's gotta be sativa or indica or hybrid, right?
Yeah.
Because you're just picking your place. Realize that this whole thing is a fucking scale. Cannabis the same way. It's just a fucking scale from left
Yep.
to right, in between. It just and find your place in the scale. That's it.
Hey, here's not that we got a lot of time left,
Oh,
but
okay.
most from marijuana moment, most consumers use marijuana to treat health issues, but very few call it medicinal. American Medical Association journal.
Hey, they finally listened to a few of my podcasts.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I wanted to bring this
Wow.
up. I know you've talked about this ad nauseum, and we have as well, but it's okay.
Yeah.
But look, the Journal of American Medical Association
Wow.
actually came out and said we were right. So this is why you should listen to us.
Because
We're right.
the Amjas listen to
Yeah,
us
the
too.
JAMA.
Jamma.
JAMA.
Jamelia. No, good on them.
Yeah.
Listen, prolonged use of cannabis use is medical cannabis
That's
use.
right. That's correct.
Anything that we have ever done to use this thing to go get away from the bullshit of whatever
Yep.
life feelings we've got, the weirdnesses of why have so many people tried to force me into picking so many fucking sides I don't really care about any of this shit for.
Yep.
So then we smoke a little bit. We come, like I said, we find somewhere in the middle. We understand that this thing is an infinity loop going back and forth. And sometimes there'll be a high on this side, but that'll bubble and you'll fall to the low.
That's right.
And there'll be a nice climbing phase. And then you'll get up here, it'll be a high, then it'll bubble and you'll fall to the low. Life is infinity, but it doesn't just go up and down here. Oh shit, it's up and down this way.
Yeah, but you can't have good times without bad times either. Like if you've only had good times in your life, then you don't know what bad times are. Like how
Yeah,
do you know how good your life is?
but what would it even mean to be full good times? That can't be true because all of us inevitably will lose stuff.
Yeah.
All of us will inevitably lose people.
Yep.
All of us will inevitably lose time.
Yeah.
And then eventually all of us will lose our lives. So we are all on a losing battle.
Yeah.
None of this is for fucking a long-term gain for any
Right.
of you. And to be selfish about it feels fucking weird to me. That's just me. But I see a lot of it, man. I
So
see
I'm
like
selfish about my time.
100%.
You know what I mean?
But
It's time preference.
well, and there's plenty of things to be selfish about. There's plenty of things that you have to take care of you. You
Yeah.
deserve to take care of you and you need to take care of you. But in that same time, like, golly, dude, I don't know the amount of people who don't really give effort to themselves, who are mindless as fuck to progression.
Or just don't care.
But that's it.
Yeah.
Is you go, you know what? I'm comfortable here.
Yeah.
This is all I ever have to fucking
Yep.
do is here. And like, oh my God, dude, just do something better with yourself.
Yeah. That's fine.
Progress every day.
just-
Work to being better every day.
Don't be around me.
Bro,
I
it's,
guess
it's impossible
I
though
know.
because so many people have to interact
I
out here.
know.
And I'm not against anybody doing what you are doing. Go.
Find
I
your
love you.
happiness.
I
Yeah.
wish you the best in it. But there's some times where maybe we should learn how to communicate to one another.
Yeah.
We have to be the one who knows how to communicate.
Or at least be honest about what it is that like with any transaction, whether, a voluntary transaction between two people, whether it's interacting, that's a voluntary transaction, or like, I want this and we exchange it for goods. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's all voluntary. And
Yeah.
the way to have successful voluntary transactions is for me to say, "Hey, this is what I need out of this." And you go, "Okay, this is what I need out of this. Do
And
you
a
accept
lot of
that?"
times it's just being fucking cool.
Yeah.
Listen, if I disrespect you by talking about whatever I'm talking about,
Sure.
I apologize, right?
Right.
I'm not trying to hurt you with anything that I ever say.
Right.
But a lot of times, and this is what I'm saying, like at work a lot, I'm like, guys, we are only a compliance company who happens to be able to sell a little bit
Right.
of cannabis, right?
Right.
Your job is to stay compliant. That's it.
Yep.
It's so easy. The interaction with the humans, you're just guiding them on how to stay compliant.
Yep.
You're literally just telling them this, you're only allowed to buy 30 grams, 5
Yep.
grams of concentrate, and 500 milligrams of edibles.
How much of that would you
can't do
like me to
anything.
fulfill
Bingo.
today?
And oh, wait, you're from out of state? Half that.
Yep.
It's kind of easy to do that part of
Yep.
things. And then it's easy to say, well, what's my favorite shit? Oh, the shit I've been smoking all the
Yeah.
time, and the stuff that I like is this,
I
this,
see a
and
lot
this.
of people buy this.
Bingo. So
They would know. They're
I,
the ones selling it.
I'm just saying, friends,
Yeah.
it's a this plant is fucking bad as fuck, man.
Yeah. It really is.
Yeah, this thing will help us communicate, and it
Yep.
will help us find, if it's not helping you communicate, you're probably using it wrong. If you're getting defensive and trying to fight people because of what you're doing, you're probably doing it wrong. We can have adult like conversations.
Yeah.
If you have something that you think is worth 100 and I come in and say, hey, I'll buy that for 40, it might initially piss you off. You might even go, fuck that. But if I came in and said, hey, I'll buy that for $1,
Yeah.
you think I'm an insane fucking person. The
Right.
problem is that sometimes in the insanity, you get lost and you
Mhm.
go, oh, you know what? Maybe I should sell this to this person for $1. They seem super nice.
Yeah.
They're nicer than the person who just disrespected me for
Yeah.
$40. Them fucking disrespectful son of a bitch. Well, and the only thing was you had a guard up at this moment. So
Yep.
you felt disrespected in the exchange. And I'm only using a dollar bill exchange for
Sure.
everybody to fucking have something
Yeah.
tangible to stay with in the mind. But
It's
I'll-
a voluntary transaction with, with whatever you've decided is worth what it is that
we have those same interactions
Yeah.
with words. The thing
Sure.
that's $1 or $100 or $40 or whatever that you're trying to represent, it's the same thing you're doing with words.
Yep.
So if you go in and you go, no, it should be like this, just remember you're trying to represent that your product is worth $100.
Yeah.
And the person across from you is trying to tell you that it's worth less. It's okay to come to some kind of level of agreement.
Yeah.
That's all I'm
And it's
telling you.
and it's
it-
okay to say, hey, that's not worth it to me, and then decline the transaction. That is part of a voluntary transaction.
hey, that's
It's
it.
okay to decline.
That's it. I've had people walk out of the dispensary. Oh, never mind. That's too expensive. Nope, never mind. That's not, oh my God. I can't.
100%.
Don't be an asshole about. I can't believe you motherfuckers should change the price, dude.
They don't.
Everybody is tired of all of that shit.
Yeah.
Everybody in the whole entire world is tired of you acting entitled as fuck. Get over it. 7 billion fucking people.
That's why you say to those people, what sort of activism have you done within your local municipality, city, state to help change that?
Fuck that.
None.
What kind of resolution do you have for the current fucking situation you're standing in?
Yeah.
Give me one fucking
Yeah.
iota of what you want outside of things your way.
Yeah.
Oh, I want it to be my way. Why? Well, because, that's all these, I promise you the amount of people, but it's crazy because it's employees,
Yep.
it's fucking the consumer,
Yep.
it's the fucking employers. Sometimes it just gets to, well, I said so.
Right.
And what do we fault to then? Some like hierarchy of titles and
Yeah.
fucking whatever. Listen,
Sometimes that's the way it's got to be, but at least say, hey, going forward, this is the way it has to be, and these are the reasons. I hope you understand. This is just the way it's got to be. At least then you've like tried to explain it in a way, you know what I mean? But when things are not personal, when you don't know your local bud tenders, you're just going in there and going, I want this, and you're getting
it's
a roll of the dice.
It's per an explanation.
Sure.
Everybody is
Sure.
afforded an explanation. Everybody is allowed and deserves an
Mhm.
explanation.
Mhm.
If you're telling them why,
Yes.
explain it to them over and
Yes.
over and over again as to why,
Yeah.
and stop being offended by them fucking not knowing.
Right.
Because a lot of times the thing is, we're getting frustrated by trying to explain stuff to people. And we're not asking enough questions to get to a resolution point. I did it with one of my coworkers today.
Hmm.
I was like, man, I just don't think we're both saying the same thing here. What do you think I'm saying? And we had to slow it back down and re-go through the entire communication. And I went, oh, here's how I can help you now.
I
Because
gotcha.
I didn't understand. I didn't know that this was how you were looking at the thing,
Context.
right? Now
Context.
that you've given me your understanding of it
Yes.
and why you want this to be that way, I can tell you yes or no. And you're asking me because I am the default in title and in
Sure.
position and whatever. You could have done whatever you wanted to do, right?
Right.
And it was right. Whatever he was saying was completely right. He could have just done it. It would
St-
have been fine. But the fact that he brought it up to me, and then I was like, I don't understand that. You know what's good about that though? As soon as he explained it to me, I went, now I'm aware of some shit.
right.
If something goes down, I have the tools to understand and how to fix that now.
Yeah.
And it's a new thing that we've implemented. It's a new thing. It's not a rule. It's
Right.
just a trial implementation. And I wish that there were like laws like that and shit. Just
Dude,
trial some things. Go,
there's just
hey,
some
now let's
people.
scrap that next
There's
week.
some people who just don't get that. Like a lot of times, like if I do something weird, if I accidentally offend somebody, I try to explain what the context was, and not to excuse myself, but like, hey, just so you understand where I was coming from, this is how I got this wrong, or like this is where the miscommunication was. And people always like, it feels like people take that for like excuses. They don't want to, you know what I mean? It's like, dude, just like understand context and have some empathy and go, oh, I understand why that came off that way and blah 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 blah.
We're all humans and we
Yeah,
all
we're
make
all humans.
mistakes.
Like it's the easiest thing to do is just to, have, a little relationship and explain context to people and then come to understanding, and then everything's better off. Even if it's like, well, I don't like you. I don't like you either, but like at least
You,
you both know.
we all can agree on this.
Yeah.
You don't want conflict.
Right.
Right. You want to be cool.
Yeah.
Yep. That's it.
Mhm.
Remember that.
Mhm.
You want to be cool.
Mhm.
You've tried for a long time in
Mhm.
your life. All of us do
Mhm.
it. We all go through this journey.
Mhm.
How do I
How
find
do I
being
navigate
cool?
this? Yeah.
How do I communicate with people? I feel like I'm weird. I like weird things. Well, hey, it's okay to go, well, I like weird things, but maybe I can like the things you like too.
Yeah.
I don't only have to like weird
I
shit.
can
I
expand
don't
my
only
horizons. Yeah.
I don't only have to like things that exclude me from fucking
Right.
average communication
Sure.
because it's fucking weird. You just called yourself weird for fucking doing it.
Yep.
So we all know it's weird, but for the love of God, I'm just saying it's why, bro, I've been seeing human interaction lately and I'm like,
I know.
too many humans at some point can just probably be too many, you know? I'm probably going to end up in the woods somewhere. I'll
Oh
retire
yeah, me
when
too.
I'm really
I'm working
young.
on it.
Oh,
I'm working on it, man.
man.
Man, we're really starting to work on it now.
I get it,
I'm
dude.
just over it.
It's wild. It's wild. Yeah, I guess I'll just say it's wild again because I've said it twice already.
It's wild, man.
It's Jesus, Louis. I love people so much, and I think it's interesting to see everybody's different walk. And I want everybody to be able to communicate. But I see when you're on this side
Yeah.
and you're on this side, and I'm looking, going, "Hey, your side's fucking stupid." I'm gonna go, "Hey, your side's fucking
Hey,
stupid."
grass
Why
is
don't you
greener
all?
where you water
What?
it.
Yeah. Why don't you all just come over here and look at me and go, "Both of those sides are fucking
Yep.
stupid." Here's the agreeable
Yep.
point where everybody else is at.
Yep.
Why don't we just act agreeable?
Yep.
Why don't we just give the effort to be more understanding, more agreeable,
Yep.
and less selfish? Whatever. I
Yeah.
don't know, man. I'm in good spirits. I love people and I'm trying to coach people through this.
Yeah.
And I think that there are plenty of people will hopefully flourish from me getting involved in their lives right now
Mhm.
because I'm at a point where it's like I'm okay to tell you grow the fuck up a
Yeah.
little bit.
A little bit.
Grow the fuck up.
Yeah.
You are responsible for
I don't.
your actions, reactions, and that's it.
I think you might need to get a certificate. I don't think you can say it that way.
Hey, get 2
Get two
certificates, man.
certificates. Double
Yeah.
certificate. It's like double rainbows.
Oh, and it's Pride Month. Happy Pride Month, guys.
The more you
Yeah.
know. Yeah, happy Pride Month.
Yeah, I'm actually pumped about it. I've got a few friends who fall in the Pride
Oh, yeah,
category,
for sure.
and
Family, friends,
yeah,
all that stuff. Yeah,
they
for sure.
they love it. They play
Yeah.
into it, and I'm happy for
Yeah.
this thing.
I used to
Good.
love going to Pride in Aurora before the city got involved.
Man,
You know what I'm saying? Like that
man,
was
the
good times.
the
I stopped going.
Chicago Pride.
I was talking. Oh yeah, Chicago Pride. I can't go to that
Holy
anymore. Last time I went, my
fuck.
girlfriend got molested in a
Oh,
bad way. Yeah. No, super cool.
well,
Anyway, happy
well,
Pride Month. We love you all. Smoke
yeah.
weed every day. Peace.
Yo, ding dong, we're done here. Time to go.